Good morning. I wanted to share with you a dream that I had last night. It was actually early morning, and I remembered coming back in from the etheric plane in terms of consciousness. It's a bit of a journey to come back through the various planes into the physical plane, and it doesn't always happen that I remember etheric experiences, and so when something like this happens, I know it's special. The other thing that goes along with it that's a corroborating circumstance is that I experience this light in my aura, and so I know that this is also the flooding in of that etheric energy coming back with the remembrance. And so this was a very special remembrance of the Master Saint Germain, the beloved Master Saint Germain, and he was talking to a group of people, a group of us, and it was probably a rather large group, and he was explaining how he was building a mighty empire for the age of Aquarius. He used the word empire, which was interesting to me, and he explained how he was basically building a mighty empire that was going to be glorious. And it reminded me of that scripture that says that no ears have heard or eyes have seen those things that lie in wait for those who love the Lord, how beautiful and wonderful they will be. Of course, I'm paraphrasing here, but it had that sense of unfolding wonder and glory. And he explained to us that he really could not do it without our help, and that everything that we were doing, be it our prayers, our decrees, our worship, our service, our outreach, even simply our shifting up into consciousness of light through various studies and encounters, all of those things were setting that foundation, that everything that we were doing that was for the light and for the acceleration of light on this planet, and of course also the violet flame, would have a tremendous return on investment for our souls and for the collective consciousness, for the raising of this planet. And so he was very encouraging and also very, very forward moving. I didn't have any sense of concern in the long-term plan of the golden age of Aquarius manifesting, which is a good thing when we see all that's going on around the planet, and we don't know at what level it's going to anchor in terms of consciousness, and at what point there'll be that merging of heaven and earth, which was the prophesied City Four Square or New Jerusalem descending, and so all of those things are yet to be seen. But what was certain was that he explained to us that everything that we were doing that was for the light was helping him tremendously, that he needed our help, that he could not do it without the help of those in embodiment engaging their free will to do the work of the Lord, the mighty work of the ages, and that it was going to be, and it was, this glorious empire that he was building. And so it was very joyful, very hopeful, and something that we can all look forward to seeing unfold for our children, our grandchildren, and generations beyond. This mighty divine love fest of the age of Aquarius manifesting as inventions, as accelerated spirituality, as sense of hope and joy and freedom and liberty and all of those things that come along with that dispensation, including a new and renewed sense of brotherhood that we are so needing in this time. The brotherhood of man, the brotherhood of people united through a collective Christ consciousness, regardless of religion or nationality or origin. This sense of oneness, heart to heart, that is the blueprint and the unfolding of that golden age of Aquarius. And so when he had finished speaking, we were in a room, and there was a large heart chakra on the wall. It looked like it was made of felt. It looked like something that would be found in a Montessori preschool, a beautiful large heart chakra that may have had some golden embroidery around the edges. And there was this little boy, and I didn't recognize him from the physical plane, but I knew him, and he looked like he was about 2 or 2.5 years old, and he was this very smiley, exuberant, blonde-haired boy, and he just kept thrusting himself against that heart chakra. He just kept thrusting his body against the heart chakra and laughing, and then saying, "Hail Saint Germain, hail Saint Germain," and he was having everyone say Hail Saint Germain with him, and he kept looking at me because I was in the front row on the left-hand side, and he's like, let's say it again, Hail Saint Germain. So we would, and then at one point he said, let's do it with 1, 2, 3, 4, Hail Saint Germain. So his joy was so contagious, and it was so real, and it was interesting to me also to see this gathering being led by a 2.5-year-old leader, decree leader, mantra leader, meditation leader, you could say, with that incredible joy of the child. The little child shall lead them. So that was my experience, and there was great joy, and there was a great gratitude for Saint Germain and for what is coming upon us, and simply that we should not give up, that we should not think that our efforts are in vain, or that it doesn't really matter what we do because it's all going downhill, or that things are just too hard or too rough, or that we don't know if it's worth staying on that path, the path up the highest mountain. Well, certainly it does matter, and certainly it matters for Saint Germain, and it is bearing fruit even though we can't see it. And I remember that song, The Rose, where it talks about the seed that's lying beneath the bitter snow, that in the spring with the sun's love becomes a rose, in the spring becomes a rose. So this is really what we're seeing here, manifesting, is that we may still be looking at the consciousness of bitter snow around us as we look at everything unfolding in the news and everywhere. But at the same time, we know that every little seed of love that we are planting, of service that we are planting, of devotion and dedication to God that we're planting, is with the sun's love, the sun of Aquarius, becoming that rose of Sharon, that rose of Christ. And it's something that we lay upon the altar of Saint Germain, and this golden age of Aquarius manifesting as a mighty empire of light. So God bless you. Thank you for listening to this. I hope it gave you encouragement. It certainly did for me. And have a beautiful day. Namaste.